CoinOPS dropping their latest CoinOPS Collections Arcade. And as you see here, you got a nice little Daphne build. Look at those nice little Daphne games there. You got Sega Model 2 and 3 games here. They even include Jurassic Park: The Lost World. What a great light gun game, by the way. Those of you with the Sinden light gun, make sure you check this one out. Some cool games here. It does not have any console games on it. It has like 1,200 arcade games, and then you can see there they're sorted out all over the place. It's about a 70 gigabyte file. On top of that, you do get Afterburner. If you go over here to A, which is a PlayStation 3 emulator. I don't know if it's under arcade, but there it is, Afterburner Climax. It does come with one PlayStation 3 game. I've played this in the past. So it's kind of an interesting build in that it's like 1,200 arcade games, about a dozen or so Sega Model games, and then Daphne. In the arcade section, there is going to be your Neo Geo as well. You can see here, I could switch by, I can go over to, Metal Slug. So I'll just hit my controllers here. I'm going by letters. And when I get to M eventually, or skip it, you should find Metal Slug in here. Oh, and you also have the Mario Kart GP and Mario Kart GP2 as well installed on here. You'll see in a second. Look at those Marvel Capcom, lovely. And then there you go, you got your Metal Slugs as well. So let's go ahead and load up a game. So we insert some tokens. Hell yeah. Marco.
Mission 1, start.
All right, we got the blood turned on this one. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Can I get some heavy machine guns here? Can you give me some heavy machine guns? Get some heavy machine guns over here. Alright, so what are we messing with today? We're messing with CoinOPS, arcade collections, another build, cool artwork, cool optimizations, an interesting collection. Something I really like about it is going to be those Sega Model games. Are really going to be cool. Some light gun games, some shooters, some racing games. Really cool. We're going to check out the 4 different themes that it comes pre-installed. You can also see some new fixes and things like that. Some new options with the bezels as well. As you see right now, I have the realistic bezels on, which is more of like a fan art bezel versus like an original classic bezel. And if you don't know what bezels are, it's what's on the left and the right. You also notice I have some effects on there, some pixelated effects. Those come pre-installed on CoinOPS, on or off. And, that's what makes it so cool. It's like, if you want to play some arcade games on a computer, and you want to plug and play thing, especially with how hard games can be sometimes to set up. CoinOPS people got it made. Now, if you're watching this video and you're like, man, there's so many builds. How is this one any different? We've gone through so many builds now. It seems like this one's more geared towards a complete arcade set with the Sega Model. Oh, I jumped, man, with this guy. Some grenades. CoinOPS Project presents CoinOPS Collections Arcade Edition. Another cool PC emulation build. Let's check this out. Quality retro gaming, second screen marquee support, LED blinky support, complete HD artwork and videos, interchangeable bezels, selectable reflective glass effects, optimization quality. So I'm excited about the optimization, additional quality, new assets as far as artwork. I don't know what LED blinky support is. The second screen marquee support, they've had that for a while now. And this all runs on Retro FE, and it's a very clean way to house your games and have a front end very capable and beautiful and optimized for your PC, laptops, desktops, and the minimum requirements are not very high, as you see a little later. Now this build, though, as you see here, has 4 different themes. We'll check those out. And you'll see, though, PS3 Afterburner, you will need a little bit nicer of a computer to run that, dedicated graphics card for sure. Same thing with Sega Model 3, a little bit more demanding. Same thing with these Outrun 2006, and then Ultra Street Fighter 4 as well. Probably going to need something a little beefier for this. Now, they have another build that I'm probably not going to do a video on, but it's called CoinOPS Collections. I forget the name after it, but it's a much smaller file, which doesn't come as preloaded as this one. It's a 10 gigabyte file compared to this one, which is a 70 gigabyte file. The reason why this system is so large is these games are not that small. You have the Daphne hooked up on here, PS3, MAME, over 1,200 MAME games is pretty significant. And then you got your Dolphin Triforce. So Collections Arcade does not have consoles, PC games, or Capcom fighters included. It's a very basic build. Okay, installation and prerequisites. I'll show you those in a second. They're really simple to do. They're just some files. Is that it? Just 2 pages? Okay, here you go. Then you have the root folder. You could do 2 different ways to look it up. It looks like if you want arcade collections, we'll display all this stuff here. And if you do manufacturers, all this stuff here. I've never been a fan of manufacturers, but it's cool that people do that. You can restore it. Okay, those are the BAT files I'll show you later. Menu controls for collection arcades. Okay, so that's cool that this is in the menu system. It makes it a lot more user-friendly. And then this is what your Xbox 360 controller is going to do. I mentioned Xbox 360 controller. You can absolutely use like a joystick, which would be cool for these arcade MAME games. But a lot of people just run an Xbox 360 controller, and it works really well. You can always run an Xbox 360 controller in the menu system and then have like a arcade stick for the games. Here's what each effect does. And it's just if you want to do that or not. It's all a matter of preference at that point. Page 5. Is there any more pages after this? Is that it? Just 5 pages? Page down. Oh, see, there's more pages. I'm in reading mode, so it favorites. If it's gray, it's not a favorite. If it's orange, it is a favorite. Press Y to toggle favorites playlist. Let's page down it. Themes. You got the cabinet wheel theme, the cabinet wheel fast, marquee, and wall. We'll check those out a little later. Page 8. Advanced configurations. Those are going to be your, you'll see in a second. So here we are in the CoinOPS main directory. We recently downloaded the file. It's a 70 gigabyte file. These are your 2 start files. One is going to show you the manufacturers, Neo Geo, Taito, all that stuff. And then you have arcades, which I prefer this method. It kind of separates them out by types of games and things like that. We'll be launching that in a moment here. The README, I was showing you earlier, tells you all about CoinOPS. The FAQ section is more for if you have a specific question, but their Discord server is also very helpful, and I recommend checking them out. You got your restored default controls. You got your helper here, which is navigation while you're in the actual CoinOPS when we load this up. And then advanced configs. This is what I was talking about in the README, where I was like, oh yeah, you could do that all from here. They're just batch files here. You double click them and they go into effect. You don't do anything. You don't press enter. It just does it. And then there's the prerequisites on here. Fixes when not working. So just if it's your first time with CoinOPS, make sure you're installing those, because that could be the reason why it's not working. And then everything else here is, how it, how things are set up. Your collections are all your games, where they are stored, et cetera, et cetera. We're not going to get into that. So here's the real bezels versus the Unreal bezels, or so just to show you, this is the more retro one for this motorcycle game, and then this is more of a fan art one. When I went into settings and I turned it off. I didn't show you that in the video, but I did. So that's the difference in the bezels, as you see. Let's try a wall first. Checking out the themes here. Nice. I like wall. I like them all. They're all really very, very pretty. Okay, so that's wall. You get the wall of cabinets. Okay, so if we start select out, go to advanced, let's go to marquee. I've said this before. In the last few builds, I've really enjoyed this one just because it's new, it's different. So you go into a collection here, arcades, and you can see all their marquees. So nothing new here, but I'm a fan. Right, it looks cool. Pretty simple stuff. Let's get out of here. And let's try the next one. Now you'll see the next one is cabinet wheel, which was the default. I think I forget if they defaulted on fast or not, but you'll see when I scroll the difference between fast and not. So let's scroll here. I scroll, little fan art in the back. That's it. I thought that the actual cabinets changed too, but that makes sense. So the artwork behind the wheel here, that changes when it's not fast. So here in wheel fast, you'll notice when I hard scroll, the image in the background stays the same. That's the difference. See how fast it's faster, more optimized because the image in the background is not changing. You see that? That's Fortnite right here. This is a Fortnite skin, man. Badlands is Fortnite, man. All right, and let's check out. So it's typical stuff where it's, you know, set up between the different games. Here you go. Here's your second model game. You got Daytona, Daytona 2, Dirt Devils, Emergency Call Ambulance. You got Harley Davidson, LA Riders, LA Machine Guns, Le Mans 24, Jurassic Park, like I said, great light gun game. Scud Race, Sega Rally Championship 2, Spike Out, Virtual Fighter 1, 2, and 3, Virtual Racing, Virtual Striker 2, and then back to Daytona. Let's go ahead and load up Daytona just to see what it would be like the first time you load it. The simulator is a little difficult. I bet it's not going to work on mine. All right, looks like your back trigger buttons are your gas key. This is running really good. Oh, heck yeah. Let's do it. I'm telling you guys, I'm a late bloomer. Five, 4, 3, 2. Oh my goodness. Here's everybody right here. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting up there. 5, 4. I just gotta grab them. All right, so here you go. You got the new settings. You got a track mode. This allows it to, it'll kind of like take over your controls and showcase things. You can turn on and off music. Glass effects is glass on the actual monitor itself, make it look more like a CRT. Logo, it'll change the logos, what they look like. You can change it from like chrome or gold. Real bezel, so this is the difference between like a fan art, more new age versus more of the retro original of the bezel. So there's 2 bezels you get for most games, right? So it's pretty cool. Like if you like Ninja Turtles the game, you might want to see it on the real bezel on, and then one with the real bezel off. Scan lines, again, similar to like glass effects, but they go horizontal, and it's another way that looks more like a CRT. Splash screen is when you boot up CoinOPS. Do you want that splash screen to be there or not? And you can see more of this information in the README. But there you have it. This is the latest CoinOPS build. You can get on backups.me. I'll put a little video. You know, join their Discord. They're very helpful and friendly. And then not backups.me, but the CoinOPS Discord is very helpful and friendly. And then you can absolutely get this there. And I'm sure other websites will be reposting this. And then there you have it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's optimized. It's cool that it's compact yet built specific. Like I said, it's CoinOPS. You know, if you have an older build, you might not need this one, but they just keep innovating. They try new builds. They're making a ton of official builds, which I'd like to see because they work, right? It's like when they work on it, they really get out the kinks and they make stuff work, and they listen as well. You know, it just gets better and better and better. So I'm a fan. Whenever they release a new build, I'm like, oh, I'm going to check that out because I usually dig it, and I'm digging this one. So that's what I think. Let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.